All right, hey there. Today we're going to be swapping a top post battery in a truck, but it'll work for any top post battery. So we're going to get going on that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the battery hold down. So it looks like it's going to be two 10 millimeters. And then we're going to loosen up the terminals. We're going to take off the negative first. It's going to be a 10 mil there also. And then over here on the positive, if I can get it up off of there. Okay, it's going to be another 10 mil for the positive once we get to that point. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I was wrong. It's two 12s there. But that will vary depending on the car. Not all hold downs are going to look the same either. That one we just need to loosen both of those up. This one we're going to take fully out. Okay, make sure not to lose. Then we can do, I'm going to wiggle that down and out. Set that off to the side. Actually, I'm going to clean that off here in a minute. So I'm going to just set that right down there. Now onto the actual battery removal. This is the negative. I'm going to take this off first. It's just going to be a 10 mil. So loosen that up a little bit. Give it a nice little wiggle. Something to note before actually taking off any terminals. If you have any radio stations that you like saved, you might want to write them down. If you're doing this on a Honda, make sure you write down your radio security code before, or know what that is. That way you can access it again after your battery's been disconnected. Or you could get a memory saver and put that on. That will save your radio stations and whatnot as well. Also monitors for smog. Don't do this right before a smog. Otherwise your monitors will not be run when you go to get it smogged, and you'll have to drive it more. Okay, so now I'm going to just take a wire brush and clean up the old terminals. Get all the old gunk off of them, corrosion and whatnot. So typically you should be wearing gloves while doing this, which is actually a really good idea, and I'm going to go do that. But I'm just going to clean all the corrosion off of this with a wire brush or paper towel, really whatever you got. Pour some boiling water on it with baking soda. That works great also. All right, so now that I've got my terminals cleaned up, I'll reach back down here, grab my battery hold down. I'm going to loop it underneath this handle. Handle is nice so we can remove the battery easily later if we need to. Just get that lined up and the hook down there. Looks like this battery is a little bit taller, so I'm going to have to loosen that up a little bit more. But I'm going to get this battery tie down back on, and then we'll reconnect the terminals. All right, now we're going to connect the terminals again. We're going to connect the positive here first. Loop that up and over the post on the battery. Might have to loosen it up a little bit to get it on. Nope. There we go. Make sure it seats down all the way on the post. You don't want to put it halfway on the post, otherwise it's a likely chance that it will fall off. And you just want to get that snug to where it doesn't move. And then same thing, next is negative. Connect that. Don't be worried if there's a little spark. Sometimes it does that. And then once again, just make sure it's seated down really as far as you can get it on that post to make sure there is a good connection and it's not going to fall off. All right, now for the last step, we're going to go ahead and put some battery corrosion prevention on it. So really doesn't matter the brand. You're just going to spray a little bit of that on each terminal, protect it from getting all corroded, and then throw your positive cover back on if you have one. And that is how you replace an automotive battery top post. Side posts are a little bit different, but same concept. All right, that'll be all. Thank you guys.